Hi everyone. Today I will show you the working of Inside Studio and how I use it to create Notebook LM artifacts, and then we will compare the quality of artifacts generated in Notebook LM Pro versus Notebook LM Ultra. So if you see here on my screen, I have one chapter from the Python workbook. Okay, so it's a chapter introducing list. Okay, and if you see, it has all the topics which are covered in the list. Okay, and now I will show you like how we will use Inside Studio to to turn all of this into a beautiful slide deck, video overview artifact, so that it's very easy to understand what all is covered in this chapter. So what I will do, I will head over to Gemini, and if you see over here, I have this Python materials notebook. Okay, and over here in the notebook settings, I have like this custom instruction. Okay, setup, which basically is like telling like how you should like respond. Okay, after that, what I will do, I will select this pro, and thinking level I will go with extended. Okay, and then here, okay, before that, okay, before that, I will like take a sample prompt from a previous session. So here is that sample prompt. Okay, so what I will do, I will go to Python materials. Okay, then pro extended is already selected. I will select canvas. So canvas mode is like if you want to create any doc slide and you want to edit it in place, rather than like in chat every time you query. Okay, you get response in below that chat. Okay, you can't edit a previous session. Okay, but in canvas you can edit it. Okay, so what I will do, I will just paste this prompt over here. Okay, and I will attach the PDF file which I showed, chapter 3 introducing list. Okay, and before I move over there, okay, I will just go over to Notebook LM. Okay, to see like what all concepts we have covered. So yeah, so we have covered these many concepts. Okay, and for the safety side, okay, like to be consistent, okay, with our like naming format, what I will do, I will just change it to chapter 2 introducing list. Okay, and for now I will close this PDF. Okay, so here we have this chapter 2 introducing list. Okay, and I will then head over to this. Okay, I will upload this PDF again. So this is chapter 2 introducing list. Okay, now what I will do, I will copy its name. Okay, and just replace this chapter to this. Okay, thoroughly go through all topics, subtopics of the attached PDF, and I will just mention like sections and subsections of the attached PDF. Okay, and this is what I have selected, canvas extended. I will just say submit. Okay, now if you see, it's generating the response. Okay, so let's just wait for its response. Okay, so it's saying it's reviewing the input materials. Okay, so now if you see, it would have like started generating in the canvas. Okay, so this is the canvas. Okay, so what the canvas tell you, okay, like here if you now give any prompt, instead of like giving answer in a new chat, okay, what it will do, it will edit this same thing. Okay, and in this same canvas also you can also edit anything. Okay, like you see this 30 minutes I changed to 30 min. Okay, so that's what you can do. You can also increase the depth of this length of this artifact which it has generated. So I will just change it from standard to this very long. Okay, so now you will see it will, instead of generating your new response, it will edit this in place. Okay, so let's just wait for it. So now if you see, it has like expanded this one. Okay, so this is what it is. Okay, it has generated. Now what I will do, I will export it to Google Docs. Okay, so I clicked export to Google Docs. Okay, and it will turn it into a Word document. Okay, so if you see, here is that Word document. Okay, with everything covered. Okay, so it has like mentioned everything mentioned in this. Okay, now what I will do, I will keep the naming consistent as this one. Okay, I will just mention this. Okay, I will just say chapter 2 introducing list explanation. Okay, and we will close this one and this one too. Okay, now we will head over to Notebook LM. So here if you see, I am in Notebook LM in the ultra plan. Okay, I will go to that same notebook, Python materials. So Gemini and Notebook LM are perfectly synced. Okay, now so whatever you do in Gemini, that gets synced to Notebook LM automatically. So here if you see the chats, okay, which we just did now, it's already present in this Notebook LM. So now I will click uh, add sources, but before doing that, let me tell you that interface of Notebook LM. Okay, so in Notebook LM, what it is, basically it's a research and learning tool. Okay, what is the use of this tool? You can upload as many sources as you want. Okay, of any type, like it can be PDF, it can be HTML document. Okay, it can be a text document, it can be a YouTube video. Okay, anything you can upload in add sources. Okay, or you here if you see the feature for web research. Okay, pull the content from Google Drive, and here you can see it's a deep research and this fast research. Okay, so what you can do, if you are not sure about your sources, you can just give it a prompt like, I want to research about this topic, so pull all relevant material from the internet regarding this source. Okay, so it will do a deep research and it will pull all the relevant materials from the based on that topic from the internet. Here if you see, okay, in the chat. Okay, this is the chat window. These are the same instructions which we pasted in the Gemini. Okay, and then the response length, I have selected longer. So what this turns, okay, if you now ask any question in the chat based on your sources, okay, it will give you the answer based on the instructions you have provided. Okay, and the good piece is that this doesn't hallucinate. Okay, so it gives you answer based only on your sources. Okay, like whatever sources you will upload, based on that only it will generate the response. It will not pull any other data from the web. Okay, and then here comes the main part, which is the studio section. In the studio section, what you can do, okay, you can see like these are the different types of artifacts you can create based again on your sources. It will not pull any other thing from your data. That means it doesn't hallucinate. So if I go to this audio overview section, okay, you will see like I can generate a deep dive lively conversation between the two hosts. Okay, or I can generate a brief 5 minutes summary type audio overview. I can generate a critique if you like, if you want to know like what is lacking in your source or in your research, okay, you can select critique, or you can have like a debate format in which it's kind of a debate, okay, between the two persons, okay. So this is for generating podcast, okay, if you want to generate, and you can select the length like short, default, and long. And long format is only available in ultra plan, not in the not in the pro plan, okay. And then you can tell it like on which topic it should focus, okay. And here is the language, okay, in which you can generate. So it selects all languages, okay. In Hindi also, you can generate in Punjabi also, in Marathi, Nepali, okay. So you can generate in any language, okay. And then if I go to slide deck, okay, you can create a detailed deck, which means everything which is mentioned in your source will be converted into a slide deck, proper slide deck, okay. Or you can have a presenter deck, okay, which is just for the client presentation. If you want to just give a brief important points about your topic, okay, you can use this presenter deck. And here also you have short, default, and long format. And long format is only available in the ultra plan. And here the long format, okay, which is available in the ultra plan, has not only just means like you will be able to generate more number of slides, it also means that within each slide each topic will be explained in very detailed granular manner. So compared to pro plan, in which a topic, okay, is within a slide, is kind of in the summarized format. In the ultra plan with long plan selected, okay, you will see like the level of detail within each slide is very granular, is very detailed, okay. And here also you can then choose your language in which you can create your slide deck, okay. After that we have video overviews. So in the video overview section, what is we have three options: cinematic, explainer, and brief. So brief is for if you want just like a quick overview of something, like kind of a summary of something, okay. Like based on your sources, okay, just tell me the important points, okay, that's it for brief, okay. And it will create a video of that, okay. Explainer is like it will create a explainer video or based on your sources, but it will be in the form of slide, okay. So like there will be n number of slides, and in the video it will like explain like, okay, slide 1 contains this topic, okay, it will explain that, then it will move to slide 2, okay, it will explain that, okay. So this is kind of an explainer. Cinematic is the new one, which is available in ultra and pro plans only. And this one is like how you are watching a movie, okay. So this turns that video, okay, based on your sources into a movie, okay. So you will feel like as if you are watching a movie, okay, based on your sources, okay. So this gives more realistic view of your sources explanation, okay. After that we have this mind maps, okay. This is just for creating like a flow chart, okay, like how the flow works, okay. So it comes handy, okay, when you want to know how everything is connected, which is mentioned in your source, okay. Reports are like if you want to prepare a report, like suppose you are preparing for an exam, okay, and you want to prepare a study guide, okay. So based on your sources, okay, you can prepare a report, okay. You can also like suppose you are developing a software, okay, and you want to write a setup script for that, okay, like what all steps should be there in the setup script, how this software should be installed, okay. So you can use software design specification, okay. And one good piece is based on your sources, okay, it will auto suggest what kind of formats is available, okay. You can also write a blog post through it, okay, or you can create your custom report also, okay. After that we have flashcards. So flashcards is like, like in the front you will have an question. You have to guess, and then when you will click, it will show its backside. Okay, and then you have to see whether your guess was correct or not. Okay, and here you can generate any number of flashcards. It can be 30, it can be 60, it can be 10, it can be 5. Okay, and you have the difficulty levels also. Okay, and you can also give a custom prompt also, like based on which specific topic on your source you want to generate the flashcard, or how the flashcard should look, what should be the arrangement of that flashcards, like it should go from easy and slowly move towards the difficulty level. Okay, so you can do that. After that we have quiz. So quiz is for like exam preparation. Like suppose you are preparing for an interview, okay, and you want to like do a Q&A, okay, to see to test your knowledge. Okay, so you can tell it, okay, you can give it a custom prompt, okay, like generate the quiz in this manner. Okay, like I am preparing for this MNC, okay, this is the job role, so it will generate quiz based on that. Okay, and here also you can set the difficulty level also. Okay, and you can generate any number of questions in the quiz. It can be 5, it can be 50, it can be 10. Okay, anything. Okay, then for infographic, this is for if you want to prepare a banner, like kind of a poster if you want to prepare. Okay, and you will have like these many formats. Okay, and you can then choose the orientation also. Okay, so this is for that one. Okay, last is the data table. Data table is like if you want to summarize all the key points, all the important points which are present in your source in a tabular format. Okay, that's where you will use the data table. You can also give your custom prompt, okay, to mention like what key points it should cover in the data table. Okay, so it's like it's a customized summary table based on your sources. And the good piece is that all of this comes with the plan. Okay, so whatever limit is in the plan. Okay, so like in ultra, okay, you can generate up to 10 video artifacts in a day. Okay, whereas in pro you can generate just 2. Okay, what is the good piece, like it will generate everything free of cost over here. You don't have to pay anything. All of this comes with just one plan. Okay, if you purchase an ultra plan, okay, everything comes with that. Okay, and if you purchase the pro plan, everything again comes with that. Okay, just the thing will be in the pro plan you won't see this long option. Okay, also the quality of artifact will be kind of like minor. Okay, compared to ultra plan. Okay, so for a novice, if he is listening or trying to understand that topic for the first time, he might face a little bit cut off in the pro plan compared to the ultra plan. Okay, and then one good feature of the ultra plan is whatever new updates come, okay, they gets immediately available in the ultra plan compared to pro plan. Like in the pro plan there is a chance like they might release that feature to the pro plan in like coming months. Okay, or they might not even like give that feature to pro plan. Okay, so that is the thing. Okay, after now what we will do, okay, we will like upload these sources. We will do this chapter 2 introducing list. Okay, I have uploaded this PDF now. This is our original source PDF, this one. Okay, this one. And I will also upload that explanation which we generated in the Google Drive. So this is that explanation. So this I picked from Drive. And if you see in the ad sources, okay, you can generate like lot of number of sources. In pro plan you can upload up to 300 sources in a single notebook. In ultra plan you get 500. Okay, and you can generate like upload files, you can generate websites like YouTube links, okay, website link. But the thing is, it should be publicly accessible, then only it can extract, otherwise it won't be able to extract. Okay, and it supports these many formats. Like if you see, I hover over here, it can support these many formats. Okay, it can even you can even upload your custom made video also. Okay, and you can generate upload data sheets also, PPT also, even ebook also you can upload. Okay, so that you can do. Okay, so now we have like loaded these two sources. Okay, if you see, this is what this chapter is. Okay, and this is whatever this one is. And the good piece is this is synced across the all the Google workspace. Okay, so suppose in if you make any changes in your Google Docs file, it gets automatically synced over here, you don't have to re-upload it. Okay, after that, now let me open the Notebook LM and show you how to generate the studio artifacts for this one. Okay, so I will head over to inside studio. So now if you see, I am in the inside studio folder. This is a local folder. Okay, so I will go to terminal, new terminal. What I will do, I will go to this GUI folder where I have the scripts. Okay, first I will close any previous running sessions. Okay, so that I have closed. Now I will start this session. Okay, so I have started it. Okay, so now it, you see, it has like authenticated with my Gmail ID. Okay, and authentication is complete. Now I will like start this app. Okay, so it has started it now, and this is the custom app which I have built using like um, Gemini, Notebook LM, and Claude Code. Okay, so here if you see, this is the front end UI of this app. Okay, here you have the various phases. Okay, here is the banner of that app. Here, from here you can select your Gmail ID. Like over here I have selected, you see this little green tick mark is there, this Gmail ID. You can add new Gmail accounts also, and you can like select it. For Claude, okay, I have like connected with my Claude Code. Okay, and I have given it a name personal. Okay, so that I have selected. You can add more accounts also, and you can select that. Okay, here in the Notebook LM plan, okay, you have to select the Notebook LM plan on which you are, because based on that only it will show you the options. Like I told you, in the Pro plan, long option is not there. So if you selected, like if you are on the Pro plan and you selected Ultra, it will show you like long plan option, it will show you. But the moment you click it, okay, and try to generate using a long plan, Notebook LM will reject it because that's not available in your Google plan. So make sure this whatever you select over here matches what is present with your Gmail ID. Like suppose for this Gmail ID, study group 767, okay, I have selected Ultra. And why I have selected that? Because if you see here, I am in the Ultra plan. Okay, so that you have to make sure. Okay, and after that, okay, once you have like selected everything, you can close this one. Okay, here if you see, I have these Claude and Sonnet models. So what it does, like in future, suppose Claude Opus 4.9 gets released. Okay, so it always selects the latest two models. So in future, if Claude Opus 4.9 gets released, it will like show you in the drop down Claude Opus 4.9, Claude Opus 4.8. Okay, and then similarly Sonnet models. Okay, so Opus is for higher reasoning, Sonnet is for lighter reasoning. Okay, So that is how it is. Okay, now if you see here, it has like authenticated with my Gmail ID, and then it's telling me to select a target notebook. So it will show you all the notebooks, okay, which are present in your Gmail ID. So if you see over here in my notebook LM, I have these two notebooks only, Python materials and math materials, and it's only showing that. Okay, and it automatically does that. Okay, so I will now select this Python material. You can also type the name of your notebook also. Okay, I will select this. Then you see this confirm selection button is enabled now. I will click confirm selection. Then it will scan that notebook and list all the sources which are present over here. And if you see, we have from Gemini two sources, and then our these two sources. Okay, so here also if you see, these two sources are there, and from Gemini these two sources are there. Okay, then you can also like search for your sources and select that. And the good piece is, it's not like you searched a source, okay, you selected it, and the next time you search another source and the previous one gets just selected. No, it keeps your selection. Okay, so you can select, like suppose you have 100 sources and you want to select just 15 of them. Okay, so you don't have to like scroll and then select. You can just type the some keywords of that source name and you can select them. Okay, you have also the feature to select all of them or deselect all of them. Okay, so for our use case, I will select these two PDF, which is these two, what we uploaded, okay, just now. Okay, so this I have like done. Okay, then you have to this detailed section mode. In this, suppose your PDF has lot of topics and you just want to generate an artifact based only on a particular specific topic, not all the topics. Okay, so that topic name you can mention over here. Okay, for our use case, I want to explain the entire chapter, so I will just explain everything mentioned in the selected two sources. That's it. Okay, next I will continue to context, and anytime you can go back. Okay, you will see like we have this back button. Okay, so anytime you can go back and like change your selection also. Here you see we have five modes: general mode, DSA concept, DSA code, interview conceptual, interview scenario based. General mode is like, suppose in our use case, now we want to understand this topic, okay, in detail. So that's where general mode comes, if you want to understand any topic. DSA concept mode is like you have a coding problem and you don't you want to understand the analogy behind that problem, like what the interviewer has asked. Okay, what this how this problem works. Okay, without even like writing a single line of code. Okay, you want to understand the intuition behind that problem, so that's where you will select DSA concept mode. Code mode is like based on like what you understand now from the concept mode, it will now generate the code solution and it will explain that code solution connecting with the philosophy it has already generated in the concept mode. Okay, after that, in the interview conceptual mode, these two modes are for interview questions. Like suppose you have your sources, now you want to generate conceptual based questions, okay, which like definitions, okay, some key points, key notes. Okay, so you can generate you can select interview conceptual. Scenario based is like they will give you a situation. Okay, and then you have to like generate like artifact based on that situations. And the good piece is that it's not just related to one situation, you can generate n number of situations. Okay, so that's how like these five modes are there. Okay, and now if I in the general mode, you will see here I have prompts and here I have skills. Okay, and in all the modes, okay, we have this prompts, skills, okay, everything. So now what are these prompts and skills? Okay, so skills files are actually the instructions to the Claude code. Okay, like how it should like read the sources, understand the sources, and generate the artifacts. Okay, prompt files contains the instruction, okay, like how it should, like based on the skills files, okay, how it should like generate the prompt. Okay, so we have like skills and prompt files for each artifact, like you see, for audio we have, for data table we have for flashcards, we have for infographic. Okay, so whatever nine types of artifacts we have over here, we have that present. We have the corresponding skill and prompt files over here. Okay, and these skills and prompt files I have customly created it. Okay, they don't come inbuilt. Okay, so I have like manually created these skills and prompt files. Okay, and each skill and prompt file for every mode is different. Like suppose for DSA concept mode, okay, this skill and prompt file will have some different instructions. Okay, so in total there are 90 of them. Okay, so now let's see, like suppose you want to create a slide deck. Okay, so you will select slide deck. You have to just type the name over here, it automatically gets filtered. Okay, you selected these. Okay, you have to just click inject context file. You can go back also in case you selected some wrong file. Okay, and you can change make changes to it. Next step is artifact type selection, like what you want to generate. You want to generate audio, video. Okay, so make sure like you click the one which you select in the context wise selection. Like in the context wise selection we selected slide deck, so I will go with the slide deck. Okay, next in this parameter configuration, you see we have detailed and presenter, same option which we were seeing in notebook LM, detailed and presenter, and length short, English, long. Okay, so here we have also short, default, long. Okay, I am in ultra plan, I will go with the long option. Okay, here you see language is English, then this focus prompt is there. Okay, what I will do, I will click this generate a suggestion. So what it does, it calls the Claude Code. It tells Claude Code to read all my selected sources. You remember there were four sources, but we selected only two of them. So it will read those two sources and it will like generate a focus topic on which the artifact should focus. Okay, like it will judge it based on the difficulty, like which topic is the most relevant and the most difficult. Okay, based on that it will generate. Okay, next after that you click log parameters. Okay, you see now it has mentioned like slide format is detailed deck, slide length is long, language is English. Okay, focus prompt is this. Okay, okay, after that you have to select a model. Okay, so based on the reasoning, okay, I will go with Cloud Opus 4.8. Here you can have to mention effort level. Effort level is like the thinking level, like how much thinking it should put into while reading your sources. Okay, while generating the prompt. Okay, and the good piece is it just reads your sources just once. It don't do it multiple times and waste your tokens. Okay, it doesn't do that. And here you have two modes. One is AI generate mode. So what it does, it tells Claude to generate a prompt for me. Okay, or you can give it a custom prompt also. Okay, and tell it to like load that prompt, and then you can click and refine that prompt also. Okay, so I will go with this AI generate mode. Okay, which I do most of the times. Okay, so I will click generate prompt. Now you see it's saying like it's using Cloud Opus 4.8 and it's using the extended thinking because we selected the high option. Okay, you can cancel prompt generation in between also. Okay, so that you can do. Okay, now let's just wait for it to generate the prompt. So it takes some time because you have selected a higher reasoning model. Okay, so it takes some time. And the one piece good about Opus is that it literally scans your entire document, okay? And now if you see, it has generated this prompt: create a long detailed slide deck from my this notebook Python materials using only the two sources which we selected in the second step, okay? Use only the two sources, do not pull anything other. Why it is saying that? Because if you see over here, we have like other sources also, we have these two also selected, so it's telling no, don't pull from these chats from Gemini, okay? Scope, cover exclusively list, okay? Audience framing, like assume the audience is seeing Python list for the first time, this is novice framing, so it will not assume like you already know something, okay? And then focus, what it should focus, okay? Then this is what each slide will contain, okay? And it's like a 36 slide format, okay? Okay, and the good piece is you can copy this prompt also, and you can even edit it, like you see, this piece, okay? I can even like just delete this one, okay? So this is just an additional info, I will just delete this one. And here it's giving you a suggestion, like I have selected 60 slides, it's better you split it into two parts so that nothing gets missed, okay? Because as you know, like if you fit like a lot into a context window of an AI agent, okay, it sometimes skips some topics, okay? So in order to prevent that, I will just click split into two parts. So now if you see, it has splitted that prompt into two parts, okay? So it's the same part first, okay? Okay, in the next part, okay, detailed deck, long English, part one slide it has generated, okay? And this one, okay? Okay, it has mentioned the format, and the good piece is that none of the two parts uh, overlap each other. Like what it means, like suppose you already created one concept slide deck in part one, that concept slide deck part you won't see in part two, okay? Which means like it will like save your tokens also, okay? And you won't see redundant information coming in multiple slides again and again, okay? And next you can do, okay, you can copy this. So I will like, for comparing with the pro version, I will copy this part 1 prompt, okay? And similarly I will copy this part 2 prompt also, okay? After that, what I will do, I will say proceed to export two parts. Next, it says like execute part one in notebook LM. I will say yeah, and then it will ask for my approval. It always asks. Okay. So it's just for you to approve, like do you actually want to approve that? Okay. So I will click yes, I approve. If you say no, then it will like again move to this step number 7, okay? And then you can again proceed, okay? So it says like it's executing, and now it would have started generating. So now if you see, even though on the left side, okay, we have all the sources selected, it's generating based only on the two sources, okay? And now if I click yes, it started, and click skip and finish and proceed to export, okay, I can click yes, I approve, okay? So you approved it, and you see over here it will say like just confirm whether it has started. So yeah, it has started, okay? I will select yes, it started. It is also giving you the option to download it locally. For that, if you click download locally, you have to wait because it's still in the generating phase, okay? Or you can just click like skip and finish, and it will say like all the two parts are complete, okay? Next, it will give you three options, like you can generate another artifact based on your same instructions, same topic, okay? same sources selected, or you can change your sources also. Okay, or you can switch to a different notebook. I will just say like generate another artifact. Okay, I will select this one. I and it the good piece of this that, okay, once you click generate another artifact, you see it will like keep your sources, it will keep your details section, and it will directly move to context file injection, and it will move you to the same mode in which you were previously present, so you don't have to like manually toggle the modes. Okay, you will then I will go with video overview. Okay, so that I have selected. Now let's click video overview. I will go with a cinematic video overview. Okay, with pro plan you get only two cinematic overviews, so if you like are done with the two, that's all for that day, then you have to come the next day. But with ultra you get 10. So now I will click lock parameters. Okay, I will again go with opus 4.8. I will click generate. Okay, now if you see, it has like said like create a cinematic video overview from my this. Okay, using only these two sources, do not pull in reference or blend content from any other source, use exclusively the two sources named above. Okay, it has like mentioned the novice framework. Okay, then what it does, it will generate each phase and each scene of this video. It has generate like kind of a director, how he directs the movie. Okay, it gives the prompt in that manner. Okay, and it has provided a note also. Okay, so I will just click like proceed to export execute in notebook lm. I will select yes, execute it. Okay, now let's go to over here. It will start in a while, so let's just wait. Yeah, you see it has started. Okay, next you can click yes, it started. Okay, you can click skip and finish, and again you will see the three options. Okay, now in order to stop this, okay, like once you are done, okay, what you can do, you can just click this one stop app.bat. Okay, you run this script and the app is stopped. Next you go over here, you refresh this one. Okay, so it is gone, and the good page, it's on local host, so nothing gets exposed to the internet. Okay, so now it's generating, so let's wait for a while. Okay, and then come back, and then I will show you like what quality of slide deck it has generated. Okay, so let's just wait. Okay, so now if you see, it has generated both the part 1 and part 2. Okay, and first I will show you the prompt and sources. So if you see, for the part 1 it has used the same part 1 prompt. Okay, entire part 1 prompt it has like taken. Okay, okay, for each slide. Okay, and then the sources also, like these two sources only it has mentioned. Okay, after that, for part 2, if you see, it has like these 1 to 18 slides of part 1 are already created, so continue for part 2. It has again like mentioned all the slide. Okay, format it has mentioned. Okay, then in the sources, like these two sources it has mentioned. Now let me show you this what it has generated. So if you see this one, this is what it has generated. Okay, introducing list. Okay, so all that text in the notebook, now it's been converted to a beautiful visual plus text slide deck with very simple explanation. okay, and everything is in sequential logical order, so that a- even a novice who has been studying this topic for the first time and has no knowledge of Python will be able to understand it. Okay, so this is what it has generated. Okay, I will let me show you the second part also. So this is that second part. Okay, you see none of the sides are getting repeated. Okay, so this is what it has generated. So in this way, if you like understand any topic, it will retain in your memory. You won't forget it. You won't feel overwhelmed or bored with that topic. Okay, so that's it for this video. For comparison, I am going to create another video. Okay, in which I will like supply the same these two prompts, okay, to Notebook LM Pro, and we will see the quality of that artifact that gets generated. Okay, so that's it. Thank you.